Fellow Ugandans, my name is Patriot Ssempebwa. I am an economist. Of course, if you've been around long enough, you know I used to work with Tourism Board, I used to work with the Chamber of Commerce, Private Sector Foundation, but I've discovered my passion in history. Fellow Ugandans, we are not telling our stories right. In the schools, we were not told the entire history of Uganda. Now, our old syllabus was designed by the colonialists in 1918. So they left out very many important tidbits that we should know as Ugandans in our history. So instead, they packed our syllabus with Napoleon and their stories. So most of this history is their story instead of you knowing your own story. Now, because we don't know our story, other people are telling our stories. Like, for example, if you've watched the film of Rise and Fall of Idi Amin, they're telling lies. That part when Idi Amin is going to eat the liver of Ben Kionoko, that's a total lie. That's a total lie. Idi Amin was not a cannibal. Where I am here is called Lubaga. Lubaga with an L. But you find that because we do not know our history, an entire KCCA division is calling it a Rubaga with an R. Now, right here in Lubaga, this was a palace for Kabaka Ndaula. And that was the time before Buganda captured Maokota, before Buganda captured much of Busoga, before we captured Bwera, which is Budu. So, Kabaka Ndaula, that is the Kabaka from whom this story of the Musu clan being janitors starts from. That is the Kabaka whom the late Kafero, the musician, got this song about Rumamonga, if you know Kafero's songs. Well, apart from that, Kabaka Ndaula set up this place as the Pentagon. Rubaga is a Pentagon for the Baganda. It was a place for Okubaga. We used to plan for war. It is on this hill that Kabaka Ndaula set up a Pentagon. So it cannot be R. It is also the Olubaga. And later on, this was also the palace for Kabaka Mutesa. But you find in so many books they have written that name with a single E. Now, Mutesa has a meaning. Everything, all of our history has meanings. It cannot be one E. It is a double E Mutesa, the negotiator. And there are so many stories related to that. So, fellow Ugandans, I am on a mission. And God help me, I am on a mission. And what is my mission? That we get to know our correct history. Without understanding our history, we are like Marcus Garvey said, we are like a tree without roots. When foreign winds come, they sweep us. The education system that we've been having here has been inculcating into you some self-hate. Because you don't know your heroes, you hate yourself. And instead, you are liking foreign heroes. You like Batman, you like Superman. But you don't know that Batman and Superman are all derived from your flying man here in Uganda. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to join me. It is high time we started telling our stories right. It is high time we started doing that. And I want you to join me. I've used this example of Lubaga because so many Protestants don't know that they are Protestants because this place exists. It is right here, when the Egyptians wanted to colonize us, if you know our history now, and Colonel Chailong, the American, had come. Then after that came the engineer, Leonard de Bellefonte. But at the same time, on April 5th, 1875, Gavunga had received Stanley at Usawala. So when they met here, Stanley advised the Kabaka to invite British presence to ward off the Egyptians. And that is how, on 30th of June, I know that day, 30th June 1877, who comes here? Reverend C.T. Wilson and with an army man, Lieutenant Shaggold Smith. They came here, Lubaga here. Those were the first missionaries. So you're Anglican, you're Protestant, because Lubaga exists. Your faith starts here. That is where they met the Kabaka, Namirembe comes in much later in our history. Although it is also very important, you know, so many things have happened there. So, I want you to join me. How are you going to join me? I'm going to start recording videos because people don't read books. I'm going to start recording videos and posting them online. Now, whenever you see a video, if you like, if you think it makes sense, share it with all of your, you know, friends and families, and on your all your WhatsApp. You know, share these videos. Let people start seeing my videos to help them understand history and how it affects them in their daily lives. History is that one thing we have not tapped into to create jobs. We have so many historical sites, so many places where we can tell stories. Not everybody who comes to the country wants to see gorillas. Even if you're going to see gorillas, you cannot see gorillas the whole day. In between there, you need to see our history, our places. So, and when we start telling our stories right, the movie industry will learn some of these stories. The music industry has a lot to learn from our correct stories. So join me. I'm providing you the link of my YouTube channel. Share it with your friends. Just share. You may not like, but please share. If you like, it's okay. But I'm more interested in the sharing bit so that people see. I'm going to spend all of December going places, recording things you don't know. History repeats itself. There are so many things happening right now which have happened before in Uganda. We should have learned from them. But you see, we still have people who wear wigs. People who wear wigs. They don't know that in history, wigs were worn by people who had syphilis. So they used to wear wigs to cover their wounds of syphilis. Now you have this, I don't want to name who, wearing a wig. Remove those wigs, my friend. There is a senior lawyer from Max Advocates who started a campaign. His name is Council Makubuya. He correctly went around, got signatures. So we changed the names. We have vestiges of colonialism. We have places named after people that shouldn't be named after these places. We are going to be visiting all of these places with you so that you understand why we shouldn't have a mountain called Stanley. We shouldn't have a mountain called Baker. We shouldn't have roads named after Tanan. These guys did harm to us. And President Amin, we say he wasn't educated, but he understood history. He said, oh voila, we have a road named after Stanley. He said, no way. He renamed it after Akibua, our hero. Then we had a road named after Salisbury. Those of you who don't know history, Salisbury is the guy who signed the 1890 Heligoland Treaty that finally confirmed Uganda as a property of the British. And the British named the road after him. Idi Amin said, no, this is not Salisbury Road. So the purpose of this YouTube channel will be applied history. How do we change our lives? Because now we know history. Like I said, we'll simply share this video, and we hope that more and more Ugandans, even those in school, those that have left school like us, so that we get to know our correct history, to change all of these all of these lies. There are so many things that you won't believe it. I could give you 100 examples. There are so many lies in the books of history. We need to correct them, and we shall be correcting them with tangible evidence. Thank you very much.